Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And, I guess this kind of qualifies as pouring one out, that to such an iconic event that has really ingrained itself into the fabric of Chicago. Everybody, has parties beforehand and thinks about it a year in advance. Okay, they don't do any of that. The Chicago River Swim was scheduled for the Chicago River. They've never done it, and it's already gone. It can't happen because of permits, because it's dangerous.
Because it's dangerous.
Organizers envisioned the swim taking place entirely in the Chicago River. They were denied a permit for an open water swim citing safety concerns. They went ahead and announced it before they had a permit. Probably not the best idea in Chicago. Somebody needed an envelope of cash.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, okay?
But not in Chicago.
But it didn't work out that way.
No, I was
going to say, they should have asked for permission this time.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
It's better to ask for forgiveness.
In Chicago, you ask for permission with an envelope of cash, and miraculously, those safety concerns go right away.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, but they didn't do that. The people that run it, I don't know. But it's not gone completely. And I wanted to swim in this thing. I really did until I found out you had to be experienced in open water swims.
You had to be a swimmer.
Yeah, we have a guy here at the station, Sean, that got a scholarship to Ohio State for swimming, and he talks very, very Chicago. He's like, bro, you're gonna die if you do that thing.
I don't get it. Just float around, right? I was gonna bring a noodle.
Well, you can still do it, Kenzie, because the Chicago River Swim, it's still called the Chicago River Swim, but it's moving to the quote, safer waters of Lake Michigan. I think there's been 90 people dead in there this year, but hey, it's safer than the river, apparently.
Hey-o.
Well, what did somebody just tell you about Lake Michigan?
Well, I went on a boat.
Yeah.
And my brother got a boat and went over to the playpen and said that...
Is this you bragging, or what is this? Is this going to go somewhere?
No, there's nothing more to the story.
Okay.
I got on a free boat. Let me just say that. My brother got a boat. I got on there free. And let's just say the captain was telling me, who's associated with people that would know these things, there's more bodies in there that are happening this summer that we don't know about. And not all of them are getting on the news. They're pulling people out of there left and right because there's a lot of carelessness when you go, especially in the playpen. You get on a boat, you start drinking, having a good time, and people don't really know sometimes how to drive a damn boat. It's not easy, especially on Lake Michigan. It's tougher than the ocean in a lot of ways with the currents in Lake Michigan. So I'm not saying the water's safer. However...
Yeah, so I guess we're going to swim in those waters now.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. I did for 3 hours in the playpen with a high noon in my hand, and I'm fine.
You swam?
He trained. That's
right.
what he's going to be doing.
I'm still here, and everything went well. I would say what do you call it when you're just sitting still, not swimming?
Floating?
There's a word for it.
Bobbing?
Treading water. I treaded water with the high noon in my hand. But I also had a noodle, so I was...
Did you have a life jacket on?
It was a light tread. Yeah. So the swimmers will board boats on the Chicago Riverwalk, allegedly, and then embark on a scenic journey of the river that they're not allowed to swim in. And then they're going to go over to the Ohio Street Beach, and they're going to swim there at Ohio Street Beach. Which you see those people out there, they're crazy. They're in full wetsuits. Some of these people are 70 years old out there doing laps. And I'm like, I could probably do that, but then I don't think I could do it. You know what I mean? These people are just out there training constantly to do something like this. But it takes away the whole sexiness of the Chicago River Swim because it's not in the river. They should probably just sort of cancel it, don't you think?
I agree.
I think...
Are they changing the name
No.
to the Lake Michigan Swim?
No. Well, here's the good reason why it should go on is because it funds ALS research, because the founder of it is a marathon swimmer, and he lost family members to the disease. So that's a good thing that it still goes on because it benefits ALS research, which I have a big stake in as well, having lost several friends to ALS, which is Mongo McMichael going through that right now with the Bears. So trying to raise money for ALS research at Northwestern University, and he's done these swimming things that have raised $2 million for that, so wants to keep it going. I just think that it was poorly laid out, to end up in the lake.
Well, with all due respect, but you could still cut a check. Now you're just putting bodies at risk in Lake Michigan.
But it's for charity.
They
can't spend all the money to get it in the...
Yeah, the people swimming have to contribute, you see.
We could all just agree to do that. We don't have to put ourselves at risk in Lake Michigan.
But if you're going to go out there, let's say your case, and you're going hey, give me some money so I can give it to ALS research, no one's going to do that.
Why not?
Because they're not giving it to you unless you say, I'm going in the water. You have to risk your life to get charity.
This is a bad system. I shouldn't have to risk my life so that you donate to charity.
I think you should. I think you
We
should.
gotta be some. We gotta be some. What are they really throwing their money at?
Yeah. I mean, if you're to say like, I don't need you as a middleman unless you're risking your life.
Maybe we should just all donate to charity and not put ourselves at risk.
Yeah, so boring.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So the word is house to text right now. 312-591-8300 for your chance at the golden ticket. Everything we do for an entire year, you are in. Lounges, Lollapalooza, Riot Fests, everything we do twisted. So you just text house, HOUSE, to 312-591-8300. As a qualifier, you get tickets to the House of Blues for Tokyo Police Club. Amazing show Sunday, November 3rd from our great family friends, Live Nation. And it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Want to make sure you're there. Coming up at 9:30, we'll have a new word. And you can text every hour the new word, the new keyword. Lauren will have one. Brian Phillips will have one later on. So just keep going every hour at the bottom of the hour for those words. Only text once, though. Once you're in, you're in. Doesn't matter. Two doesn't do anything for you, okay? Speaking of Lollapalooza, shout out to Vero Coffee and Gelato. Mm-hmm. So got a DM that from a guy named Michael in Elmwood Park. So Vero's in Elmwood Park, the coffee and gelato shop. But they were at Lollapalooza. If you remember Dessert Island, Kenzie?
Do you think I could ever forget? What kind of question is that?
Well, I've heard they've been listening to the show since the shout out from Lollapalooza. We appreciate the people. They own actually it's Masa and Vero in Elmwood Park. So VERO is that spot there, coffee shop. And I had the Cookie Monster ice cream sandwich.
Right.
So 2 humongous chocolate chip cookies with blue ice cream in the middle. That was the best ice cream, a cookie dough ice cream in the middle I've ever had. And man, it was good. And I just want to give a shout out because apparently they're listeners now in the shop. So we appreciate you out in Elmwood Park for doing that. And it was damn good ice cream on a 95-degree day at Lollapalooza.
It was incredible. When you showed up with that, you're like, hey, I'm going to go get a little gelato. And I said, okay. And he came back with 2 massive cookies and gelato in between them.
It was as big as,
incredible.
I have big hands. It was as big as my hand.
It was ridiculous.
And I was going to just get a little scoop, a little taste of gelato, a little taste.
A little flavor in the mouth,
Yeah. So if you live out there in the Elmwood Park area, I recommend you go stop in to Vero, our new friends from Lollapalooza. And thanks for checking in.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Now is your chance to qualify for the golden ticket. Please don't text and drive. Standard message and data rates apply.
Q101.
All right, the word for the next hour is golden. 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 Text that to 312-591-8300 as in golden ticket. Winner gets 2 tickets to Nothing But Thieves at the Aragon Ballroom on Friday, October 18th from our great people, the Live Nation people. Winner also qualifies for Q101's golden ticket, access to everything Q101 does for an entire year. And we're going to talk to Chloe, who is the current golden ticket winner. She's going to stop on the show on Friday and just kind of put a face and a vibe and
stories and experiences of really what it's like to have this golden ticket.
Because it does sound great, all these free tickets to everything, Lollapalooza and Riot Fest and lounges. But to hear someone talk about it, like that post she made last week about 1 week, saw Metallica twice, saw Imagine Dragons, saw Creed, saw Green Day and the Pumpkins in 1 week.
Insane. Now imagine a year of that.
That's about $3 or $4 grand of tickets right there.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not putting prices on everything, but I'm putting a price on that.
Okay,
that's a lot.
As you should.
And she's going to tell us, what her life's been like because it's coming to an end. Not her life, but
Okay.
but her being the golden ticket winner. No, she's
no
good.
pressure, Chloe. Enjoy
She's
these last
okay.
few weeks.
Do you think she just found something out? She's like, wait a minute.
Oh, boy.
Dr. Brian has bad news.
No, she's going to be okay. She's going to have to, find other things to do.
Well, she's going to have to pay for concert tickets.
I can't imagine.
She could still win them through us individually.
Yeah, but going back to that.
Harder.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, going back to walking up to, let's say she's walking up to the Metro or whatever, or let's say even the United Center going Yeah, where's your ticket? Oh, I'm not the golden ticket winner anymore. Oh boy.
Oh, how embarrassing.
You're like looking through your purse for tickets or something like that. She's trying to find some money.
Oh, you used to be the golden ticket winner? Right, right. That's what they all say.
Hey, Mark, come up here. This girl thinks she's the golden ticket. Another one. Oh, boy. But the new golden ticket winner, it starts fresh for a year. So text GOLDEN to 312-591-8300, GOLDEN, for your chance to win all that and be a part of it. And, something nice you can be a part of, maybe you're that person's friend, whoever's going to be, and you're going to all the shows. Here's something you can do to pay it forward and also enrich your home. And Clear the Shelters is an annual event here in Chicago. And I want to put a spotlight on this. And I know that NBC and Telemundo do a good job of helping promote this too on TV, but it's basically clearing all the shelters in Chicago of all the animals at the shelters. And it's coming up close to 10 years of this, and it's resulted in over 1 million animals finding a home.
Wow, that's awesome. How kick-ass.
And I remember last year it cleared pretty quick by terms of wow, they're out of dogs and cats. Like they're just out of them. They're out.
Order more? Is there another dog in the back? Or what's the deal?
We got to go on Temu.
I came here for a dog.
It's kind of like going to Spirit Halloween, like on Halloween. There's one Spider-Man costume out there,
It doesn't fit quite right. We're like, well, I'm here. I might as well buy it.
Yeah, I guess I need it. It's Halloween. But last year alone, 157,000 animals were adopted. And this year they're talking about surpassing that number for the 10th annual event. So Clear the Shelters. There's probably one in your hood. For example, in Kenzie's area, like Anderson Humane is in South Elgin.
Yes, yep.
By me, it's Paws over on Clybourne. I've been there, actually, and I don't have a dog, and I'd love one. And
are you going to get one?
Well, we're still kind of deciding. Let's see, Harper is going to be 2 in November, and I'm not sure what age is the best age to bring a dog in and have her grow up with the dog. You know what I mean?
I grew up with a dog from when I was a baby. I came home, there was a dog there, and it was awesome. I used to ride it like a pony.
It's not a pet rhino. She'll figure it out.
Yeah, I know. What is she doesn't have to. It's not a snake. Yeah. When is she going to be able to wrangle this thing in?
She doesn't have to charm it.
I don't know.
Do you want her to walk in and feed it? What's the problem?
I just never. My dad hated animals. I mean, hate might be a strong word. He just wouldn't have one in the house. I always wanted a dog and never got one. And I never got one as an adult. People say you're an adult now. You can do what you want. You don't have
so my dad won't let me have one. Is that what you tell people?
So I've always wanted one. So I'm really going to be careful with when I bring it in now that I have a baby or a toddler, whatever. I don't know how people do that. Is it better to do it right now or wait a year or two?
Do it now. It's so sweet. They're just going to adore each other, especially because Harper doesn't have a sibling. So, she's going to light up every time she sees that dog. And, honestly, the dog won't be jealous because you already have Harper. Because sometimes it's hard when you have an older dog and then you bring a baby in the picture and they're like, what's going on here?
I know.
The dog's going to come into this situation just ecstatic. Any one of you pet me. I'm excited about it.
The dog's going to go there's a couple tall people and there's a short person.
I like them all.
I guess this is my family.
Hey, he's not going to be like he's sharing anything. He's just part of the crew.
No, you're right, because all my brothers have dogs. And when Harper was born and went into the houses, the dog's like, what are you giving all that attention to that thing? I've been here the whole time. What's going on?
Right.
The dogs get really weird.
Jealousy. He's going to be like, what's good? I like you all.
Picture a dog coming in with sunglasses. Hey, what's good?
Gold chain.
What's good, mommy?
So Clear the Shelters. There's a whole list we can put up on Q101's Facebook page, but it's definitely something that you should take a part in and adopt a dog and help a dog or a cat out there that needs a home.
Do you have any dog names off the top of your head? What would you name your dog?
Ralph?
Why?
I don't know. Hey, Ralph, come over here. It'd be funny to say that all the time. Hey, Ralph.
Would it be funny?
I don't know.
So you just want to embarrass your dog. You don't have any respect for him? You want his name to be funny?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you want to try again? Do you want to take 2?
Take 2. Bane.
You're going to name your dog Bane?
That'd
What would
be
that
funny.
sound like?
That's funny.
Come over here. Do you want to eat?
Yes, I would like some dog food tonight. Woof. Woof. Woof.
Okay, Bane
That's
it
much
is.
better.
When I get a dog, it's going to be called Bane.
You're going to put the little muzzle on it, but it's going to look like the Bane mask?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it could be Bane for Halloween.
Oh, my God.
There had to be dogs as Bane at Halloween when Dark Knight Rises came out.
Cute.
It's been cool to see Case, the producer, change because he did not like dogs, and his girlfriend had a dog, and now they moved in, and now he's like Captain Dog Guy.
I know. He comes in here and was like, listen, I have to show you a picture of my dog. I'm like, okay.
Well, because we got our dog from a shelter, and the dog was with my girlfriend before I met the girlfriend, so I inherited both the girlfriend and the dog. But when they found our dog Freckles was left alone in a gutter somewhere, completely abandoned by its prior owners, and luckily the shelter found her, and then Kenzie, my girlfriend, found Freckles. And when Brian met me, I hated animals. I didn't want any part of them. Their presence annoyed me. And
wow,
I know.
I'm dead serious about it.
Kenzie, it was a lot.
Now that's what Case says about me. He's fine with dogs, though.
But no, this is really such a special cause. I mean, this dog has added so much to my life, and I can't imagine my life without her. And it makes me emotional thinking about the relationship that I've cultivated with this dog and how much I love her and how hopefully I've been able to give this dog a few good years of life, and hopefully she's got a few more, and that, we can, be best friends until it's time to say goodbye. So clear the shelters if you can.
You're a stepfather.
I'm not a stepfather. I'm the father that stepped up.
Okay,
no, she said step.
Father.
Yeah, that's right. Listen carefully what she said.
You're a stepfather. Paw.
Thanks for that, Kenzie.
You got it?
Yeah, no, I get it. I see what she did. Thanks.
Doesn't sound like you got it.
I know. At least Brian's enjoying
Wait,
life.
so explain it to me again?
So you see.
I will get a list up on our Facebook page. Clear the Shelters 2024. Get yourself a pet and enrich your household. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
So that is Fall Out Boy with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Of course, playing Riot Fest. That will be the Friday night of Riot Fest. And today at 11 o'clock, Riot Fest is dropping the after shows, which, of course, the shows come. It's back in Douglas Park now. And the after shows will be dropped at 11 o'clock. When Lauren's here, I'm sure she'll make a big statement about it, let you know what's happening when. So 11 a.m. this morning. And can't wait.
I'm very excited.
I mean, I'm already stoked about the lineup. And then those shows are kind of like, well, let's see what days I'm pulling an all-nighter, to do that. And that's fun. 11 a.m., that's coming up. Takeaways, 312-591-8300. Chi-Town Chris, represent, checked in. Takeaway, white can monster. Not just for white people, but for all races and religions.
It's true.
They're so inclusive.
Very nice of them.
More takeaways coming up after Beastie Boys. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Let's give that keyword one more time. That's going to be active for the next hour. It is golden. So 312-591-8300. Text GOLDEN to 312-591-8300. That's a chance at nothing but thieves at the Aragon Ballroom. And then, of course, qualify for the golden ticket. It's good till 10:29. Lauren's coming in. She'll keep it active, and then she'll have a new word at 10:30 every hour. You text in it just once, that word, and then a new word every hour for a chance at everything we do for an entire year free for you. Now, let's get to your takeaways from today's show. Case, what do you got?
Our friend Kelly checked in her takeaway. Brian revealed the golden ticket secret. After your golden year is up, your life will end.
Sorry, that's the price you pay. I mean,
you get one good year.
Isn't that
The
good?
best year, some may say.
That's right.
That's fair.
Kenzie, what do you got?
Joe texted in 25 cups of coffee a day is safe. 26 will kill you.
That's science.
Yeah, and finally, 708 checked in. Takeaway. Brian has a promising career as a radio host if the whole Batman villain gig falls through.
What? Why are you making that face?
I guess he's saying I'm better at Bane than being a radio host.
Did you just put that together?
Yeah, I just figured that one out.
That one. He looks mad. And there was like a lot of choices.
I will honor you today after the show by eating a blueberry muffin and thinking about your demise.
Whoever that
I
is
like
on
how
708.
mad you are. Like you picked it. Nobody sprung that on you.
Oh, boy.
Nobody was like, hey, Brian, read this, and they didn't show it to you.
Yeah.
You read it.
So here's, by the way, the visual of what Brian did was he read it and paused and then moved his microphone and squinted at the screen.
Hey, what is it? I think it's a rip on
Wait
it.
a minute.
All right, what's on the
Wait,
podcast?
gosh darn second.
What's on the podcast, Case?
Well, we had comedian Paul Mercurio join us today. He wants you to stop having sex at the Diversity Rockin' Bowl. We'll see if we can follow his instructions there. Also, we added a new member of the show today. It will now be known as Brian, Kenzie, and Bane the therapist. If you want therapy advice from Bane, you have that in the 7 a.m. hour.
Make sure you meditate today and take care of yourself, or I will.
That's very nice of you, Bane. Thank you so much for joining the show.
He's so nice. Everyone
know.
thought he was a villain. It doesn't make any sense.
He's a sweetheart. And then finally, Kenzie's Crimes today. We had something happen during Kenzie's Crimes that has never happened before. So that'll be on the Brian and Kenzie podcast in just a second. All that and so much more is there.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.